Hey everyone, Sirturmund here again, and I'm back. And sorry that I've been away for the past week. I had an emergency work travel, and then when I got back in the weekend, it was the long weekend, so I decided to just kind of take a break, take it easy, and just relax with my family. But we're back, and we're gonna continue with our EB01 showcase. I want to do a few more EB01 videos before we get into June, where we're probably gonna start doing some OP07. I'm really just waiting for the TCG like the rank ladder to switch to OP07 so that we could actually start doing OP07 videos. As soon as that happens, that's probably when you're going to start seeing the OP07. So for now, we're going to continue doing EB01. And the one that we're going to showcase today is none other than Purple Yellow Crocodile, or how some people call her, Lakers Croc. And you can even see here that I'm using a special fan-made altar of Crocodile, and this is an old art from a good friend from our local scene, Adakai TCG, who makes a lot of like fan made, right? He makes a lot of custom leader alt arts. I'm gonna put a link to his shop below, but he's a good friend from us from the New Jersey local scene, so I wanted to kind of give him a shout out here, and because I love what he did here with this Lakers Croc skin. So Crocodile, Purple Yellow. It's been a long time since we showcased this leader in this channel. What does he do? When your opponent, on your opponent's turn, when you do a -1 effect by one of your cards, you get to add one Dawn from your Dawn deck and set it as active. What this means is, like, let's say for example, Blast Breath, right? We have had Blast Breath since the beginning of the game, since started deck 4, right? Let's say you keep a Dawn active, you play Blast Breath. Blast Breath requires you to do a -1 Dawn. So when you do that -1, your Crocodile is going to make it so you get that Dawn right back. And not only that, it's going to come back active, which can make the way for stuff like Okama Wave or Blast Breath to be able to get triggered, right? So that's the idea with this deck. Just kind of be able to get this Dawn back with your leader ability on your opponent's attacks. Now, the thing about this leader, though, is that it's a very defensive leader because of the two colors that we play, yellow and purple. Yellow and purple gives us access to a lot of healing because we get to play the 8-cost Crocodile that's part of this Barricade Works archetype. Now, why are we showcasing this deck again after so long? Is because with the introduction of EB01, we got access to 3 very good new cards that this deck really uses to full advantage. The first one is Miss Wednesday, right? So Miss Wednesday is just a 3-Dawn blocker, but she reads on the opponent's attack. So when the opponent attacks into you, once per turn, you can do -1. Again, -1 Dawn, which then just comes back with the Crocodile. And if your leader includes Barricade Works, which Crocodile does, you get to add up 1 Dawn card for your deck and set it as active. You know what this means? That means that if you get to trigger this effect, you get to just ramp with Miss Wednesday. Because the -1 that you use from her ability, you get it back from the Croc. Think of like 5-cost kit the same way. And then you get an additional +1 here with the Miss Wednesday, leaving you with 2 active Dawn and an additional Dawn than what you started with. So Miss Wednesday is really nice because she's a blocker that can also pretty much let you ramp. And again, this deck is all about ramping because, as you can see with the rest of my deck list, we have a lot of big bumps. Then we have Mr. 2, which you're all very familiar if you've been playing around Law. This is a card, it's just a 4-drop, but again, the key card here is that it lets us ramp. So with this Bone Clay, we can play it on our 4-Dawn turn or a little bit later and be able to just ramp up for free. And if the opponent has any big units on the field, this becomes a really crazy attacker, especially against Moira. Against decks that play 8-cost Moira, for example, it becomes a 9k unit that can attack into the opponent. So a lot of times they have to use resources to actually deal with this. So it works really well here because, again, it lets us ramp for our big bumps. And then the other card, which is the craziest card of this deck, to be honest, is Okama Wave. Okama Wave is a 1-mana event that you do -1 Dawn, again, irrelevant because we get to just ramp it back up with our leader. If your leader has the Barricade Works archetype, you get to choose one of your characters and it becomes the new target of the attack. This event is absolutely crazy because as long as you have at least 1 unit on the field, it means that even if let's say you have 0 life, an opponent puts all their Dawn into one big attack and attacks you for 15 or 19 or 20k, as long as you have another unit in the field, you can go Okama way and redirect that attack to that other unit, which means that you just defended like 15k worth of counter from just one card. Not only that, but there's a very funny combo with this card where you can actually make it so that you target your Okiku and the Okiku dies and just heals you one. So it ends up being even crazier if you actually get kind of like that funny combo with the Okama and the Okiku. And honestly, this card is the only reason why Purple Yellow Crocodile is probably back in the beta, because it's absolutely crazy just how much this card can save us, as you're going to see in a lot of the games today and tomorrow. Now, the rest of the deck is built between some big bumps that can let you heal, as well as a lot of like Barricade Works cards, right? So let's talk about our big bumps first. So all this ramping is for our A-cost Crocodile. So this card is kind of crazy as well. When you play it, it's -2, so you do go back down on 2 Dawn, so it's usually best to play it on your 10 Dawn turn. That way, even though you go back to 8 Dawn, you know, on your next turn, you're going to get back up to 10, right? If you play it on your 8 Dawn turn, then that means you're going to be always a little bit behind from being able to play your Yamato, right? So you want to play this on your 10 Dawn turn, and it lets you heal 1, and then on the opponent's turn, when they attack into you, you can do -1 Dawn, which you get back on your leader Crocodile, and you get to cycle a card. You get to draw 1 and trash 1, which can be really important in this deck because you have a lot of non-counter cards, so the cycle lets us kind of fix our hand. We play Katakuri, so it's just a nice 8-drop that can, you know, put one of the opponent's units to their life, or be able to heal you up in sticky situations. And then we play Yamato, which is another big bomb here, since we have access to yellow, allowing us to KO one of the opponent's units and be able to also heal 1 if we are 1 life. So as you can see, between Crocodile and Yamato, we get to develop these big 9k bodies on the field that also let us heal, which ends up giving us a lot of value. And another one here is really the 7-cost Big Mom, and she's there more so that we have something to play on our 7 or 8 Dawn turn. Because again, a lot of times I don't like playing Crocodile on 8 Dawn, and on my 8 Dawn, I'd rather just play my Lin, right? That way the opponent gets to choose whether they want to give me a life or trash a life, and this still becomes an 8k body that the opponent has to deal with. Then we get into the Barricade Works type of the deck, right? So Miss Valentine is just great because she's a searcher, so she lets us search for Miss Wednesday, lets us search for the Crocodile, lets us search for our 2k counters here that are Barricade Works, or lets us search for the Okama way, which we talked about how good this card is. She also currently lets us search for Bon Clay, but I don't think that's correct. I have to see the ruling on that, because this says former Barricade Works. So I don't know. I don't know how that works. For example, because I know that brand new, like I know brand new cannot look up the Kusan, right? Brand new cannot look up the Kusan. So I don't know if that's a glitch with the sim or if it actually works that way. If it works that way, then that's another searcher that you have here. Then you have Mr. 13, which is a 2k counter, sent with Doublefinger. So again, just 2k counters you can draw with your Valentine. Sometimes you can use their trigger ability, but for the most part, I'm never doing that. And then again, you have the Okama way, which is your Barricade Works. So that's kind of like your Barricade Works side of the deck. And then we have some more yellow fun cards, right? So Bege, one of the most amazing triggers in the whole game. Gedatsu, which is really nice because it lets you KO some of the opponent's units, especially if you're going against Law. Okiku, which we talked about, works really well with Okama way, but it's just an extra unit that you can just summon from your life if you get to hit that trigger. And then we have 2 rejects, which lets us get rid of the opponent's blockers or get rid of their last life to just push the damage that we need. Especially if we're able to develop a lot of big bodies, then you're able to play this reject and just attack 999 into the opponent if you take that last life, even if they have a blocker or not. So that's kind of like the deck list here, right? The cards that I'm a little bit unsure about are really this ones here, Gedatsu, Okiku, Linlin. Sometimes I feel like I want to play 4 Okikus. Sometimes I feel like I want to play 4 Linlins. So that's why I split it as a 3-3. And then Gedatsu, I actually think 4 Gedatsu might be a consideration, especially in this meta where you're running against a lot of red, purple law players. It lets you just like starve them, right? So you don't attack into their life, you just keep them at 4 life, and you just play Gedatsu to get rid of their 4 cost units every single time. So these are the 3 cards that I feel like are question marks in this deck. Everything else, ratio-wise, I really like. Everything else here, I wouldn't change for anything. It's just the ratios on these 3 cards that could potentially be swapped around or anything like that. But anyways, again, the strategy with this deck, pretty straightforward. Ramp up early on, and then just play 8 cost, 9 cost, back to back. Well, 7 cost, 8 cost, 9 cost, back to back to back to back, right? And in the meantime, you try to survive with your Kama Wave, your Blast Breath, and any other 2K counters that you might get from your life or that you might have in your hand. So, yeah, very fun archetype. I think it's actually pretty good against most decks that are not black. It struggles versus Sakazuki because they can just bottom deck a lot of your big units, so it's kind of hard to really keep that pressure. But against other decks, you actually, I feel, do really, really well. So we're going to see how it goes over the next 2 days. Today's matchups are going to have 4 games. We're going to have 2 games against Black Yellow Luffy, 1 game against Enel, and I think 1 game against Red Purple Law. So I hope that you enjoy the games coming up soon. If you do, make sure to like the video below and subscribe to us. We post One Piece videos every single day. Enjoy the games, and I'll see you all. In this match, we're going against Luffy. Okay, I like to go second just because it lets me be able to play Bon Clay right away, right? I'm gonna keep it. There's a few cards that we can copy with the Bon Clay, like if the opponent plays like their Luffy. Just like how we do against any Black Yellow Luffy player, we're just not gonna attack into them, right? So I'm a little bit concerned that I don't have any like big body though. No, like no Katakuris, no there's got a few big bodies that we're missing here. So the opponent finds the little Sabo. No Katakuri, no Yamato, no Lakers Croc, right? I don't know why I was falling to think about what I needed to do. Sure, we'll take this. That's the Yamato. So here we can just ramp and just pass. I guess maybe if I go Miss Wednesday, that would have been better. I would have been able to also just ramp just as much, right? Sure. I'll just take it. Opponent's just gonna go for Sabo. Ace. So they must have another little ace then, right? 5. And Luffy. Wow. Okay, so they've seen all 3 kits. If I go 7 cost Big Mom, all I'm doing is just letting the opponent just do their thing. So I think we just go here. And just chill for next turn. We're gonna go to 10 next turn because this is gonna trigger a double ramp. So the opponent goes for Makino, takes the top life. And then Yamato should be able to kill the Sabo unless the opponent has another Sabo here. Or unless the opponent takes another life, right? If they take another life, then that also kind of changes things. They reorder their life, so I guess they could have like an ace on the top or something similar. Yeah, so we use the car action, return the Dawn. Let's not take this damage. Let's just go here. I guess we could have taken it because we knew... Okay, yeah, that was actually a mistake. We have the Yamato. Well, that's not true because if I take this life, then that means I'm not able to actually... Yeah, okay, so the opponent actually went ahead and played the Luffy. So I wouldn't have been able to KO one of their units. I actually think it's better for us to KO the Luffy instead of KOing the Sabo, by the way. So I think we go like this and just kill that and just pass. And at this point, the problem is that if I play this 7 cost Big Mom, opponent can just like take trash alive, right? So this 7 cost Big Mom is always useless. We're looking for the 8 cost Crocodile. I like getting rid of this Luffy because that way the opponent cannot get themselves down to 0 without playing other 2K counters. And again, as long as they're not playing 2K counters, they're going to be in trouble. And now we're starting to build up my board. We're starting to build up my board. I mean, as long as they don't go to 0, we're not in trouble just yet. Sure. Let's return this. I don't know why I did that. Honestly, I didn't need it. We could go Blast Breath right now, and just give them another 1K and just keep this Miss Wednesday there. Yeah, like we'll go like this and then just go here. Give myself at 2. They're gonna go ace. Okay, yeah, so I'm okay with this. If you have rush here, right? But again, this is the annoying part. If I play 7 costs, I guess I'm gonna just play her, even if it gets the opponent closer. Just because it means that the opponent doesn't get this card, right? So they have to trash it. Remember, they rearranged their life earlier. So yeah, they rearranged their life, so they actually don't want to trash that life. That's interesting. So this must be like an ace or a sabo or something else. That's interesting. I didn't think about the fact that the opponent actually would choose to give me the life. So I could have actually played 7-cost Big Mom earlier too. So what is it that's on your life that you're not willing to let that go? So they're really not willing to let that go. That's so weird. So they have the ace, so they have Stabo, so you have one of them here. Oh no, they're just gonna continue setting it up. I mean, at some point, by the way, we're gonna have enough big bodies that we can just attack into them. I guess the opponent has the stupid Sabo, so that's not true. The opponent chose not to trash this earlier. Are we saying that they're actually not gonna trash it again? So let's just go another 7-cost. I wonder if they're actually not gonna trash it again. Okay, so they actually trashed it this time, so I don't understand. What is it that you had on your hand that you were not willing to do anything about? Like, why not let that go last turn? Why give me the life? Like, is that god really that important? So, if I have other Yamatos, by the way, this would have gotten super punished, but the opponent's getting saved that I didn't find another Yamato. At this point, the opponent has to be careful. So they go for the Flampe. They also have only Luffy here. Yeah, so they go for the Flampe. So they can do their thing here, but they have to give me another 2k counter to do it. So maybe I should have gone Crocodile instead. Actually, Crocodile was better because I could just fix my hand. Yeah, why didn't I play Croc? Why did I go Lin, right? I guarantee I get the life. I forced the opponent to have another card to get down to 0. And we would have been able to have this value here. Opponent's gonna trash this, it looks like, right? So the opponent's looking to trash the Sabo and then replay the Sabo, I guess. Sure. Interesting game. I definitely should have played Croc last turn instead of Big Mom, by the way. Opponent has to take that life and add themselves 2 more life. Like they have to get their leader to 9k, otherwise they're really just gonna get punished. But yeah, we had a big misplay here. But aside from that, I think so far we're kind of playing it okay. This is gonna be a 7k hit. If the opponent's not allowed to play more right here. Yeah, anyways, right? I guess the opponent could have like a Luffy or Sabo, and if they play the Luffy or the Sabo, let's say they play 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so they have 5. Let's say they play like the Sabo. It has to be the Sabo, not the Luffy, right? So they play the yellow Sabo, get rid of my Miss Valentine. They attack for 8, and we can beat the 8. Or they can play Ace. I don't think I'm in trouble just yet. Yeah, I don't think I'm in trouble just yet. Especially now that I have another 2k counter. Okay, so this is 2 down for the Sabo. Then they're gonna... You need to still have... Yeah, that doesn't work. You have 1 life, my friend. Okay, there it is. So then they're gonna draw the Sabo and get themselves 1 life. I guess they could actually put 2, right? They could also put the Ace, if they have an Ace. Or they could put double Sabo here, but they only have 1 Sabo. Yeah, they didn't have double Sabo. You definitely want to put the Luffy down, right? You definitely want to put the Luffy down if you have it. I'm gonna have to block, obviously. But you're still gonna be in trouble. Yeah, that's the Luffy. So you want to put the Luffy down just so that you could go to 9. You have 4 cards. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I just block it. But I didn't even need to. Alright, so the opponent's at 9. They have 1 blocker. They have one blocker. They put this at 8 for whatever reason, right? So they put this at 8 for whatever reason, which makes this easier. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 attacks. One. Okay, so 11, 11, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we can go 11 3 times. Yeah, so we just go like this. 11. Has to give me 2 cards, so the blocker. Then again, this becomes an 8k because the opponent decided to buff the Luffy up for whatever reason. Otherwise, I mean, I still had it anyways, right? Because I have an extra down here. So actually, one of these attacks is actually going to be a 12. Yeah, so then we go 11 again. And then we go 11 one more time. 2 cards. The one mistake here was not playing that Crocodile, right? Because he allowed the opponent to do what they did there. If we had Crocodile, we would have had an extra life, and also have been able to kind of fix our hand and just trash the second Lilin. I'm still confused why the opponent decided not to take that first life, that first time that we did the Lilin, right? Like, why give me an extra life? So yeah, so really kind of like a weird game. Then the opponent also messed up here, but I think this matchup is actually favorable for us, just because we have these big bodies that we just can enable in the field, and the opponent cannot do anything about it. So GG's. In this match, we're going against Black Yellow Luffy, and I think this matchup should be good for us because we can just develop these big bodies, and we never have to attack their life, right? So we can just chill and just let them do the work for us, and we just develop, right? They get the 5-cost Sabo, all right? And they get the ace. So they have the ace and the Sabo in their hand. Let's remember that. We'll go here. I like... Oh, wait. This Okama way is so good too, though. I'm not gonna lie, though. I really like this Miss Wednesday. I think it has to be Miss Wednesday because we can just ramp with her. Because we can play Miss Wednesday and Miss Valentine next turn and be able to just ramp up without blocking with her. I guess opponent does have that Sabo, as we saw, so they could just kill us with the Sabo that way. I'm completely fine with this, because this just lets... Oh, I'm going to keep this reject. I'm going to keep this reject, and then we're just going to attack into it. Yep, sure. There's another Yamato here. So we'll attack here. And we'll go like this. Have the opponent play that Sabo if they want to. Let's go for the Okama way. I mean, I guess I could go Croc, but I have double Yamato already, so I don't think I need the Croc. I think I'm just going to go Okama way. And this is going to let me ramp up to 8. If the opponent plays their Sabo here, their yellow Sabo, they can KO the Miss Wednesday without ramping. Yep. But that means that, yeah, that also gets them a little bit closer, but yeah, whatever. Doesn't really matter to me. Well, I'll take this. Okay. We'll go like this. Can go Bon Clay. Can go Reject. KO this guy. Probably should have saved that for the Luffy, to be honest, but that's fine. We know the opponent has a Sabo and an Ace, but the Ace doesn't have Rush yet, unless the opponent takes another life. They get another Sabo, or they get the little Sabo this time. And we can heal back up with the Yamato and the thing. The only downside here is that because we put ourselves to 1 life, we cannot actually have Yamato kill their 5-cost units. But we probably start with Croc anyways, just because he lets us have that -1 done and lets us cycle our hand, right? And again, it doesn't matter. We're still not attacking into the opponent. Okay, well, so yeah, Yamato was always going to be useless anyways. Do we take this hit? I'm not opposed to it. My hand is kind of weird. We'll go like this. Heal up. It's weird because the opponent can just stall out here, right? Opponent can just stall out and continue just attacking. They don't get to play their leader ability, and I get to just continue healing as well, right? With Yamato. And eventually I have enough units that I can just swing into them. Yeah, so they have to go for the Mach, you know, they rearrange their other life. We already see 2 aces on their trash. So even if they find this is just gonna be another Sabo. Okay, yeah. So that's their 3rd Sabo that they see. 2 of them were in their life. That's fine. Again, we still get to heal, right? We still get to heal, and we get to play Yamato next turn, even if it's not killing anything. I guess we can actually go Katakuri on the Miss Valentine instead. That's the same as playing the Yamato, but the Katakuri could be useful. Opponent's gonna go to 0. Okay. So they have to be careful here. I mean, they could have the double ace. This is gonna be a big attack, right? Oh, it's just another Sab. Okay, well, they're still gonna play ace here. Yep. There you go. So that's gonna be an 11 Luffy. Yeah, these Sabos are annoying. And then the opponent gets to attack for 7. We'll go like this. What are we cycling here then? I don't actually hate keeping the Okiku because of the Okama way. But it seems a little bit too iffy, right? Because we probably have to play the Okama way right now. Just so that we don't go down to 0. Maybe I don't care about going down to 0. Okay, we get an Okiku anyways. So now I wonder if it makes sense to play the Okama way on the Kiku and just heal. Go ourselves to 2. The opponent's triple blockers are really problematic for us to deal with. Is the only problem. So we just go like this. Opponent has so many cards in their board that they won't be able to use their leader ability without like having to give something else up. No Yamato, wow. Let's go here. This Rigi can KO one of their blockers, right? Opponent's gonna go ahead and play Moria, I'm guessing. With the 8 Dawn that they have open. But the problem with Moria is that, yeah, they're gonna have to go, like, double ace, right? And that's where they're gonna go. They're gonna go double ace into Moria. But they're gonna have to replace one of these Sabos. They're gonna have to replace one of the Sabos. Okay. Now, they are gonna be a 9k leader here. They're gonna be a 9k leader, but it doesn't matter. We can just kill them, right? Am I missing something? Let me think about this. Not only, yeah, so they're 9. They have 2 lives. I guess we can go. This is also a 9k because the opponent gave me the Moria, right? So 9, 9, 9. We can go 11, 11, 11. And I re-get to get rid of one of the Sabos. So yeah, so that should be game, right? Because we go like this. We copy this, and that's an 11. That's gonna be a Sabo or 2 cards. Okay. Then we go 11 here again. They re-get to get rid of the Sabo and another 11. So that's 2 cards again. I guess the opponent could have exactly 2k, 1k, right? Right, if they have another 2k, that's going to be a problem. So it's not a guaranteed lethal. But we're also just not winning if we don't do this. So 9, 11, and 9. I don't think we're winning if we don't do this. Because if your opponent has a second Moria, I think we just say that they don't have a second Moria. I think we force them to have a 2k and a 1k. They have the second Moria, yeah. Like, we force it, like, if I play this slow, opponent just plays the second Moria. That's what I was thinking. That's why I didn't want to go for their board. So, yeah, I mean, it ended up working out, but that was definitely a very iffy turn at the end. We had the 11, 11, 11, but the opponent still technically had enough to win. if they had another 2k counter. But we did, but this is the thing about not attacking into them, right? They had to use the Flampe, right? And they had to use a Makino earlier this game. So they already used 2k counters, but that's still pretty iffy. Like if I see more 2k counters, maybe. That was a pretty good turn that they had last turn with the double ace and the Moria. It just unfortunately wasn't enough for them, so GG's. In this match, are we going against Red Purple Law? Ooh. We won Gedatsu's here. We won Gedatsu's. Okay, there we go. And we have to starve them, right? We have to play this as if we're an L, where we just starve them out. So we go here, and we'll grab... I mean, I could go Missile Wednesday. It's kind of nice, because it kind of has like a free ramp. It's kind of like a ramp, because the opponent's going to be forced to have to... Like, if they attack into her, we're still in a decent spot, right? Yeah, we counter here. When it goes like that, we go... We'll go here. I'll get rid of her right now. Just have this Gedatsu on the field. Next turn, we're going to 7, so we can play both Bon Clay and Miss Wednesday, so the opponent can only deal with one or the other. They can go for their bottom deck here. I guess if they play the... Okay, they're not going to play. I was thinking, like, if they do it, then they can do it. Okay, cool. I guess Law here is annoying. 4-cost Law. No, it's not. Okay. So, yeah, so I guess we just keep the... We'll just go Yamato, right? We can go here, here, pass, and then next time go Yamato. And again, we want to just starve them out, because eventually we'll be able to just have these big bodies on the field while also healing up. Opponent has to bottom deck this now. If they attack first, I still get the value from her. So that's why they went ahead and did it. We definitely want to kill that kid, I would guess. We don't get the healing, I guess, from Yamato, which is fine. The opponent also cannot really attack, though. Oh, they're going to go Kid Killer. All right, so we can go to 1 here. Go to 1, because we know we're going to heal anyways. Yeah, we can do that. I'll grab the draw here. Yeah, I'll grab the draw here. Why not? And then next time we just go Yamato. You have 2 more attackers if you want to, but that would just give me cards to attack into, right? So, I mean, you already gave me a card to attack into anyways. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and pop that, right? We'll go ahead for 5 here, and then we go for 7 with the Gedatsu. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Let's go for it this way. Let's force the opponent to give me the Chiriaya or give me 2 cards. They want to really keep this Kid Killer, right? This is risky because now I tap out of any events. Okay, they don't go for it. I'm down to just attack into this anyways. Force another 1k. Okay, they give me the Chiriaya. So I should be chilling. I mean, I guess I only have 4k counter value, so... But the opponent... It's not like the opponent has a lot of done, and again, we can heal back with Yamato again. Like, you just want to starve them out, and eventually you just develop enough bodies to swing back into their units while you continue healing. Now, we're not an L, right? So it's not like we have... It's not like we're playing an L and we have, like, a lot of, like, value here. So I do need to be a little bit careful. I'm okay letting Gedatsu die. We're playing the long game, so I don't care about Gedatsu. I already have Yamatos on the field, which is kind of doing the same thing, right? Let's counter here, just to be a little bit safe. Ooh, okay. What do we lose? We lose a Yamato and a reject. I mean, we're going to just play another Yamato anyways. Bottom deck Devon Clay. What are you playing here? Big Killer? Riju? Riju's nice. It sucks because I want to attack. I guess I don't need to attack with this. Yeah, I guess I don't need to attack with this. We can just go ahead after this. And we just I guess we could play... I do think we play Yamato anyways, even if we're not healing. It's kind of weird though, actually, now that I think about it. It's kind of weird. Maybe we could play 7 cost Linlin. Maybe we go 7 and 7 cost Linlin and... Let's go like this. If the opponent wants to go to 2 life, I'm okay with this. If they give me the life, I'm also okay with this. Okay, they decided not to get to 2 life, which means that my Yamato is still going to be valued next time. We're okay going down to 1 so that we can get the healing. I think unless we get Crocodile, we have to start actually attacking into their life. I think at this point we are... It's kind of annoying because I feel like we tried to do what we needed to do, but the opponent ended up finding their value here with the Riju and the Law. If we still had this 3rd Yamato, I would feel a lot more confident. But the Law was kind of crazy. We can still KO anything that the opponent throws at us. The opponent only has 4 Dawn, so it's not like they have a lot of big attacks. Yeah, we'll take it. This is our Croc. That's exactly what we needed. I guess I have to be careful here. A second Law, right? Okay. Oh, wait, what? What just happened? This is so easy. This is so easy. Now I just get to clear your whole board. I expected a second Law, and that would have been the punish for the way that I took it last turn, right? That would have been the big punish for last turn. But it wasn't even a Law. And we'll just pass here and just keep a Dawn active so that we can potentially go Blast Breath. We're gonna just play Croc and go from there. Opponent gets the kid. Yeah, we're gonna play Croc. You have to have a second one. If you have 2 of them, oh, I guess you're just gonna attack into her. What if we start saving this? Just have another big unit. You have to have a kid. We're still gonna heal back up to 3 because of the Croc. Yeah, you're gonna have to have a kid killer, right? And we can still just go like this. Cool. Because the opponent has the blocker, we're obviously not gonna do anything after the kid. We want them to block here with their kid if they think they're gonna get a good block. Okay, they're not. They're gonna have to block with kid no matter what. Okay, yeah, they're gonna have to block with kid no matter what. I mean, I guess they can go down to 1 or go down to 0 and be safe-ish. But we're gonna go to 3 life with the Crocodile, and we're gonna be able to cycle stuff. We can attack for 9, 10, and still have enough. Yeah. So then we attack for 10 here, forcing the opponent to block or go to 0. They don't want to block because they want to have the attacker, or they are going to block. Oh, okay. All right, you're going to save it. You just go like this. And that should be game, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 big attackers. You have 1 life. We have 3 life. You shouldn't have enough to ever kill us here, even if you have 2 more kids in your hand. We're already seeing 2 of them. Again, there was only 1 turn that I feel like I could have potentially like done better, and that was that turn where yeah, you know what's funny though? We can even go like Okama way here. Yeah, we can just go like this. The turn where I could have potentially gotten punished by a second Law, right? Okay. They still have 4 done, but the only attacker is gonna be Kid. Yeah, they got their 2 hand, and we're chilling. Yeah. We don't even have 2 life anymore, so their Kid is not even a 7k attacker. That feels bad. So we go for 9. That's 3 cards, so the block. Yeah. That feels bad. You just have to like slowly whittle them down, right? We had a Croc and that's our last life. So GG's. In this match, we got against Enel, and this matchup looks toxic to me. I'm gonna keep this just because I have the Yamatos and the big Lin, and I also have the Miss Valentine here, so I have my Searcher and two of my big bodies. But like this matchup is gonna be, and we now have the Bon Clay as well, so that's pretty good. I kind of want to get this Okama way in my hand already, to be honest. I'm honestly gonna just grab it. Now the problem with Bon Clay here is the fact that it dies to the Gedatsu. Okay, no, opponent just attacked into me, so I guess don't have to worry about Gedatsu. Do I want to ramp up this early? I don't think so. I think this is gonna be a long game, so I don't think I need to like ramp up. I think I can just, I mean, like I don't want to play the trigger here. I can just play Bon Clay. We messed up, by the way. This gives me an active dawn, so it should have been a 6k attack. Okay, opponent took it anyway, so we didn't get punished. Yeah, we didn't get punished. I guess, honestly, it might have been better that way anyways, to play around a Nami. This is 5, so next we'll go to Lin. Sure. Okay, opponent gets Gedatsu, gets to kill my thing. Go 5 here. I don't want to attack with this Bon Clay until the opponent has like a big body on the field. Your choice. By attacking for 5 first, opponent was like, oh crap, you know? Okay, they gave me the life instead. Yeah, I don't care about the Gedatsu. If we go down to 1, that's also okay. We can just play Yamato and heal back up to 2. I guess I could just block all the damage and just go for the thing here. Okay, no. Alright, we can also go Croc now, which is also really good. I do not mind that at all. Yeah, I don't mind going Croc. Lets me kind of like work on my hand stuff. Ooh, okay. I guess if I get the opponent down to 1, it allows them to do some some dumb shenanigans against us. So we're gonna go. Yeah, let's get them down to 1 and just play the Croc. Because even if they go to 1 and have a Yamato, they cannot really do much. Oh, you know what's a mistake here? The Yamato can actually kill the Bon Clay now because I healed up. So maybe it had to just be my Yamato, honestly. Yeah, I had to just play Yamato, even without the heal. I had to just play Yamato without the heal because now the opponent's Yamato can actually kill my Bon Clay. Yeah, there you go. And that's my mistake. I completely forgot about that, but I guess I'm just gonna go ahead and just buff this guy right here. And we're just gonna develop a big body. A big feel, yeah. Don't care. Okay, Nami. Vanish. I mean, you saw me grab it earlier. You literally saw me grab it earlier, right? We can actually keep this reject. How does the opponent beat the reject next turn? Trying to think, because I'm gonna have to get rid of one attacker here. I'm gonna have to get rid of one of my units. I guess that's not true. I can just counter out. Let's go like this. Ooh, yeah, we return it on. And we'll just go 11, 15. You saw me grab the Okama way, right? I'm gonna let this go because if I get the Okiku, then the opponent literally loses the game. Yeah, we didn't get the Okiku. Okay, so opponent has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 cards. We go reject, that's 4. That gets rid of their last life, right? And that leaves me with 6 Dawn, so we can go 10, 10, 10, 11, 11. Okay. Let me see your ability. Okay, so they got it. So we can go 9. I guess we can go 9, 11, 11, right? We also have a 5 that we can attack with. So let's start with the 9 here. That's 3 cards. Okay. I guess let's go 5. So 9 is still gonna be 3 cards. It does give me the freedom of playing double blocker. Ah, they got it. Okay, so they got their thing. All right, so they got their thing here. So I might honestly just play double blocker. I might just play double blocker. I do want to still get them down to 0, I think. But I guess that means I have one more unit to deal with. If I get them down to 0, I have one more unit to deal with, which is going to be a problem. Let's go here. Okay, and we just go blocker, blocker. I'm still killing them next turn if the opponent goes after my units. My only I mean, I will have one done from this crocodile, and I'll be able to cycle one of these crocodiles away. So that's kind of why I like going for the 9. Opponent took it, hit the trigger, good for them, right? We also get a bunch of active done from this girls. So if we get another Okama Way or another Blast Breath, we should still be okay. We have 2k, 1k, 1k. Yeah, so we'll start here. Ah, that's unfortunate. Let's use one of these just so the opponent thinks I have like a bunch of stuff. So for the 9, problem is that now the opponent could have a Maru, right? A Maru or Reject still kills me, but I have to block. A Maru or Reject still kills me, but the opponent has to still be careful over Kamaway. Okay. We can go 9, 11, 12. I guess maybe we should have gone... Oh, well, okay. Well, I guess they have this. All right. All right. So I just block here, right? An opponent can only go to 9. Even if they have another Enel, I'm completely fine with this. Yeah, they can only go to 9, and we just go Blast Breath, and we just go here to 10. And that's the game. Right? That's the game, because we just go again. We just go 9 first. Take that first life. Okay. We go 9 second again. I guess I actually should have gone for higher attacks, by the way. The 9 would have actually potentially lost to a Bege from life. There's the Amaru that the opponent was looking for last turn. We have lost to Amaru. We have lost to a Raigo. But the opponent had to play around like a potential Kamaway, and I think that's why they didn't go all in. Unfortunately for them, fortunately for us, you know, like, yeah. I think there was a couple weird turns there. I don't think I played the last turn correctly. So I will have to kind of go back and look at this. But even this last attack here was kind of odd. Like I like starting with the 9 because the opponent has to either take it or counter. But then after they took the first 9, I probably should have gone like 11 instead. 11, 11, and then potentially 10. Because if the opponent counters and then we hit like a Bege, then we have no more attackers to actually stop them. So yeah, a little bit awkward there on my end, but hey, we still got there, so GG. Hey, welcome back everyone. Hope you enjoyed those games of Lakers Croc. Honestly, that felt really nice. That felt really, really nice. I think on the Black Yellow Luffy matchups, I got a little bit lucky sometimes, right? Especially on that game where the opponent kept the second Moria in their hand. But like, that's what you have to do though. You have to just not hit their life and just force them to have to use different effects to take life themselves, right? And then they're using a couple of 2K counters. Opponent even ended up having to replace one of their Sabos, which was kind of crazy, which then allowed me to be able to go for that like super lethal. Then you got to see kind of the value of Okama-Way. Okama-Way being able to redirect some of this damage just ends up being so much value, right? And we even got to see Gedatsu and Yamato kind of putting in work as well against the red, purple law player. So just a variety of things that this deck can do. very tanky and very hard for the opponents to deal with. So yeah, we have one more video of Lakers Croc coming out tomorrow. So if you like today's content, make sure to like it below and subscribe to us. We post One Piece videos every single day. I'll see you all again tomorrow for more Croc gameplay.